Deborah. Hello, my name is Deborah Tashwi, and today I have a podcast, and I'm here with my brother. Please introduce yourself.
Yeah, hello,
What is your name?
Daniel.
Yeah, I have my brother Daniel. I have my best friend who's Hispanic.
Hi, my name's Alyssa. I'm Deborah's best friend, and I'm Mexican.
Yeah. So today we are supposed to be talking about colorism, internalized racism, texturism, featureism, etc., etc. Being all people of color, we've obviously experienced it, especially being raised here in suburbia. Um, we have a lot of frequent experiences with the Caucasian people, and being around Caucasian people, obviously, we build this internalized racism. Damn, being younger than, obviously both of us, um, do you know what internalized racism is?
No, not really.
Okay. Uh, do you want to explain it or should I?
I can try to explain it.
Okay.
Okay, so from my understanding, um, internalized racism is just basically accepting, whether that be conscious or unconsciously, the stereotypes that are set for your particular group or race or just group of people. So it's things some other people think, and you just accept as facts at times, or
Right.
because it's dominant within your own community, you just grow accustomed to it.
Yeah. Like, I feel like a lot of us have grown accustomed. Hello? Okay. Sorry, something happened. A lot of us just grow up accepting, like, maybe we aren't the beauty standard because we're not fitting these Eurocentric standards, which is like straight hair, a long straight nose with a high nose bridge, um, thin lips, like Eurocentric, blue eyes, etc., etc. Like, take for example, the bluest eye, Paloka, the main character, or not main character, but like desires blue eyes because it's the standard. These Eurocentric features are standard, and we kind of ourselves and have this identity crisis of some sorts as people of color because we feel the need to adapt to that, assimilate, change ourselves, and then soon enough we're categorized as like whitewashed within our own community, even though it's our own community who like push it forth. Like, take for example, Daniel, like, you're black like me. um like, us having locks, haven't you felt like sometimes mom is sometimes always commenting about our hair, saying that whenever we don't get a retwist done yet, it's unruly, it's messy, it's unkept. Don't you think like that kind of has to do with internalized racism?
Yeah, I feel like I feel like that does happen. Very frequently too. Um, yeah, like you said, every time we don't get a retwist, she always has to comment on her hair, saying like it looks like unkept and just all over the place.
Right. And it's always retwist, retwist. Even though the retwist damages her hair, and like also like having to straighten your hair, like um it's hard, it damages her hair soon enough.
Yeah. My experience is a little different just because my hair texture isn't as curled. It's pretty frizzy, wanting to be wavy, not exactly curly. And I grew up as a Mexican, being than most Mexicans. Like I was always highly praised by my aunts for being so white, or at times I was white passing. So when it came to my hair, having any type of texture, having frizziness to it, my mom didn't know how to navigate that in a way that was accepting to how my hair was. She just wanted me to straighten it so that it would look manageable. Even when I got my wavy hair routine down, if we were to attend somewhere nice or a party, she would tell me, do your hair nice, don't do it crazy how you usually do it, straighten it or curl it properly.
Right. Yeah, it's always this keeping it together. And I feel like it's kind of like a generational trauma because obviously, it's passed down from their parents to ours, where it's like, oh, you should bleach your skin, or oh, you should straighten it more. Obviously, they had to learn it from somewhere, and it came from their family. And then it really like makes you think back all the way to the older times when they just came. Caucasians, Europeans, came to Orleans and changed everything, made us different, and told what our culture was and how we were before was wrong and how we should assimilate to be like them. It's always us having to be like them, even though I feel like there's like this double standard in a way where they try to become like us. Take for example, Caucasian young white girls. They will tan their skin to be dark like us. Um, but then my mom will tell me, "Oh, you should lighten your skin. You should scrub harder to lighten your skin," which doesn't even work. But it's like this double standard of you know, beauty. Do you guys have anything to add to that, or
I mean, most similarly, it's usually um, okay. So we see this kind of trend showing up more so for features that happen to be prominently black, and even as a Mexican, I notice it. Like Deborah had mentioned earlier, the tanning of the skin, also getting fuller lips
oh yeah,
as well, which I really it's such a double standard. It's also so like backwards and wishy-washy with me that like everyone else is expected to adapt to their standard of beauty, being thinner, having a small, tall nose, things like that. And they get to pick and choose what about other people's cultures or their appearances that they think look good enough for them to embrace it, even though it's not within their culture to do so.
right. I think, for example, like the BBLs. I remember I read somewhere that they were talking about how in Victorian or older times they added that big belt,
Bustle.
yeah, to imitate a big butt because back then they were getting slaves that had natural big bosoms. Bosom is bust.
Yeah.
So
Buttocks.
buttocks, yeah. And it's kind of like I feel jealousy.
Yeah. I don't like the way the branding is, because when something is branded to be a feature of someone of color, it's branded as something that's like ghetto or ratchet. As when someone of a lighter complexion or a more privileged, like authoritative position, it's seen as pretty or like something of beauty standards. For example, going back to the BBLs, I remember back when people barely started getting BBLs, people that BBLs were ghetto and ratchet, that a
Yeah.
lot of like black women were getting them to sleep with rappers and things of the sort. However, it got popularized within like the media, thanks to like the Kardashians or people like Alex Earl and stuff like that, doing different types of um cosmetic surgeries. And then also there was the whole skinny BBL,
Right.
or going to like a good way to look natural. like they had to brand it in a way that's like, okay, when we do it and we do it this way, this is how you do it the right way, and this is the way that's pretty or more accepted or the right way to do something.
Yeah. So that's our take on internalized racism, talking about like futurism, texturism, colorism, etc., etc. But that was from myself, my guests, Daniel and Alyssa, and I hope you guys have a nice day.